On this Veterans Day, a story of never forgetting those who served and sacrificed for our country.
It's the story of a submarine lost in World War II with a unique connection to Milwaukee, and also how new images from deep underwater are keeping the sub's legacy alive. The images are otherworldly. More than a half-mile underwater off the coast of Alaska, the remains of a submarine lost in World War II, now found.
And something that's been an abstraction, all my life and longer of their lives is now, a specific reality. That's it.
Milwaukee County Executive Chris Abele knows a lot about that submarine. The USS Grunion was lost in the war's first months. Her commander, Manert Abele, Chris Abele's grandfather. Chris grew up always wondering what happened.
There was a picture of a destroyer, there was a picture of a submarine, and there was a cross. And when you're a kid, I kind of got the idea that, okay, something to do with war.
In July 1942, just a month out of training, the Grunion found a fierce battle off Alaska's Aleutian Islands. Surrounded by Japanese destroyers and sub-hunters, the U.S. ships tried to make a run for harbor. Commander Abele hoped to run interference.
My grandfather radioed Navy Command and essentially said, if we all go, we're all dead. So we'll buy time.
A Japanese map of the battle shows the Grunion was able to open fire on 3 ships, but the sub was also hit and sank, sacrificed to let others escape.
Knowing that, okay, my dad's dad, and to be clear, 69 other people on that boat knew. They knew they weren't coming back.
For 64 years, the question of what happened lingered with Chris Abele's father and uncles. In 2006, they set out to find the sub and bring their family some peace.
My dad talked to his brothers and said, essentially, look, we've all been lucky enough to do pretty well.
Let's get a boat.
Yeah, and the world's come a long way, and you can research a lot more than you used to.
What they found was a ship crushed by the weight of the ocean. It was closure for families of everyone lost on the Grunion, but there were limits to what they could see. Just this summer, the whole picture came into view. The Lost 52 project, named for the 52 submarines lost in World War II, went back. With new technology, this is what they found. The Grunion on the ocean floor in 2 parts. The sub's bow a 1/4 mile away from the rest of her, on the slope of an underwater volcano. Images that help explain what happened and keep the ship's legacy alive.
Closing in on 80 years later, and the fact that there's still both interest in finding every detail and closing, what happened 80 years ago, but also that there's attention to it, that people care, I think is important.
Here in Milwaukee, the Grunion has been right under our noses for decades, memorialized on a plaque inside the War Memorial that honors all of those 52 lost subs. And right there is the Grunion, a reminder to everyone, including the county executive, of the service and sacrifice in the name of something bigger than yourself.
And to know that, hey, I'm related to that guy. That if there's a cool moment for me, it's that. Though I think for me it's also, and frankly for my dad, it's something to at least try and live up to.
And the Lost 52 project is still at it. In the news today, they found the USS Grayback. They discovered it in June. They've confirmed it is that ship. It was off the Japanese island Okinawa. It was lost in February 1944.